Coming to you from Annapolis, Maryland, home of the U.S. Naval Academy, the sailing capital of the world, home of the world's largest crab feast, and 4 signers of the Declaration of Independence. This is the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief, a daily roundup of local news that you can use, including local sports, local events, local opinion, and local weather from DMV Weather. Now here's your host, publisher of Eye on Annapolis, John Frenaye.
Hello, it is Tuesday, November 21st. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Baltimore Police Commissioner Kevin Davis has said that an autopsy performed Sunday on the body of Detective Sean Suter has caused investigators to, quote, think about this murder in a different way, unquote, and they have discovered significant new evidence. Davis has been under fire for keeping the murder scene under tight wraps, questioning residents when they come and go to their homes. The ACLU has taken him to task on this as well, preempting any questions about the decision to hold the area as a crime scene for so long. Davis said that he would rather endure criticism from the ACLU than from Suter's grieving widow. Police still believe the suspect, only publicly identified as a black male, hasn't left the city and may have been wounded. There is a $215,000 reward for information leading to an arrest and conviction. Tips can be phoned into the police homicide detectives at 410-396-2100, the FBI at 1-800-CALL-FBI, or Metro Crime Stoppers at 1-866-7-LOCK-UP. A Maryland Circuit Court justice is in trouble. The Maryland Commission on Judicial Disabilities has determined that Arundel County Circuit Court Judge Paul Goetzke had used a demeaning and sarcastic tone during a 55-minute meeting with a local attorney named Marietta Warren. Apparently, after filing the complaint, Goetzke questioned the attorney, saying, "You filed a claim against me? I want you to tell me here in court where you're appearing to tell me what you believe would justify that accusation." Warren said she was not comfortable discussing that complaint. Goetzke replied that she should not have alleged it. There is a full hearing on the issue scheduled for March of 2018, and apparently if you're a judge, you're not allowed to be sarcastic. Anne Arundel County Council approved legislation last night that will give a leg up to public safety officers who live in the county. A bill introduced by Councilman Jerry Walker, who, by the way, is the guest on this week's episode of the Maryland Crabs, which will drop on Thursday at noon, will give a $2,500 property tax credit to public safety officers. It's optional, and it's available as long as they've worked for the county for at least a year and they live within the county. Arundel Mills Mall has recently cut the ribbon on a redesigned food court, now dubbed the Dining Pavilion. The food pavilion has a new look with contemporary flooring and lighting, new colors and new seating, including an elevated banquet table with charging stations and conversation seating areas. It offers 12 eateries in the 30,000 square foot space, and they've recently added several new restaurants, including the Crepe Escape and Creamery, Green Leaves and Bananas, Sukana Workaholic, Charlie's Phillies Steaks, and the first Zinburger Wine Burger and Bar in Maryland, which I did check out, and it is very good. Check that out. Good news, WallStreet.com has ranked Maryland as the 6th best state in which to live in. And they cited that the 10-year population change of 7.1% is the 22nd smallest increase. The annual unemployment of 4.3% is the 19th lowest. Poverty rate is 9.7%, which is the 3rd lowest, and life expectancy is the 22nd longest. The typical Maryland household earns $78,945 a year, the highest median income of any state, and about $21,000 more than typical American household incomes. The higher incomes translate to a relative lack of serious financial hardship and also means that more Maryland residents can afford healthy diets and lifestyles. Maryland is one of only 6 states in which fewer than 1 in 10 residents live in poverty. If you're interested in the other ones, number 5 was New Jersey, 4 was Colorado, 3 was Connecticut, 2 was New Hampshire, and number 1 was Massachusetts. That's it for the news. Stay tuned. We have George Young from DMV Weather that's going to be bringing you your local weather and the rest of your Thanksgiving week forecast.
This is Maryland. The weather can be nearly unpredictable. We've got George Young from DMV Weather in Annapolis to sort it all out.
Hey everyone, this is George from DMV Weather. Here's your Annapolis forecast for Tuesday, November 21st. 2 days left to go before the big Thanksgiving holiday, and all still looks very good weather-wise for Annapolis and all of Anne Arundel County. For today specifically, we forecasted a target high temp of 57 degrees for downtown Annapolis and 56 for BWI Airport, as breezy winds from the south-southwest will bring in some warmer air ahead of another cold front overnight tonight and very early Wednesday morning. As a result of that warmer airflow and the timing of the front, lows tonight will be much warmer in the mid to upper 40s, along with a chance of rain showers between essentially 8 p.m. and 6 a.m. before the cold front moves through and our winds again shift back to the cooler northwesterly direction. And that shift will allow a large area of much cooler air to move into the region, which will put our highs on Wednesday back into the low 50s and then only mid 40s or so on Thanksgiving Day. But it'll be sunny and dry both days, and after some breezy conditions remain on Wednesday, winds should be very light on Thursday, so the mid-40s outside will feel great with no impact from the wind whatsoever. Looking past that, the theme is the same all the way into early next week. Sunny and cool Friday and Saturday with temps in the 50s, followed by sunny and fairly cold Sunday and Monday, with highs only in the low to mid-40s. Okay, that's it for us today. Get our free weather app from the Apple App Store or Google Play Store by searching for DC MDVA Weather, and follow us 24/7, 365 on our website at dmvweather.com or on social media via Twitter or Facebook for all of the latest weather updates, forecasts, analyses, and weather content for the Annapolis region. This is George Young of DMV Weather with your Annapolis forecast. Remember, whatever the weather outside, have fun and be safe.
Hey there, this is John Fernay, and the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief is sponsored by, well, it could be you. Podcasting is a growing trend, and since launching on September 1st, we have more than 10,000 downloads of this podcast, plus thousands of listens on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. In addition to our Facebook page, All Annapolis, and our Twitter account, we distribute the Daily News Brief to Apple Podcasts, which used to be called iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, and the TuneIn app that can be played on your Amazon Echo or Google Home device. We focus on local news, local weather, local events, and local sports, including high school and college. So our audience is pretty tightly targeted to the greater Annapolis area. And if you own or manage a local business, you're a likely customer. Intrigued? Well, here's something to think about. Your company could be featured on this daily podcast for less than $20 a day. Interested? Shoot me an email and let's talk. My email address is john@eyeonannapolis.net, and that's EYEONANNAPOLIS, but you already knew that, .net. Let's get together and see what we can make happen.
Thanks for listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. If you like what you heard, make sure to tell your friends and colleagues about it. And also tell them about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find much more. Be sure to check out our other weekly podcast, The Maryland Crabs. This podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at noon. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.